Shout out to everybody. I do want to say Volume 10 is going to be happening on Saturday, and then you got a situation where Civil War is going to be going down on Sunday. If you are not in, or I think it's Orlando, Florida, we going to have to wait, you know what I mean, until the battles end up dropping on the app. So, I wouldn't mind paying for the app for the month of Civil War. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to URL, everything they got going on. It's a lot of battles. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna end up seeing, like, soon we're gonna see First Lady Flames versus my verse. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with that battle. I rock with both of them. You know, my verse low key undefeated. You know what I mean? And then you got First Lady Flames. She is giving us crazy dope performances throughout her career. So I'm curious to see how my verse is gonna like fare with somebody that's that fire. You know what I'm saying? Not saying my verse is not, but First Lady Flames is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So shout out. I do want to say this. Before I get started, I am going to be throwing out entertainment blogs here and there. You know, I'm not expecting them to do a lot of views. It's just, I want to talk about other things besides battle rap. You know what I mean? I feel like bloggers are, you can't say nothing. Wait a minute. Listen to this. This is what I want to say, bro. I do want to say this, right? So I see TAY ROC, he ends up putting up a post. And this is kind of a serious post, right? So he basically says, you know, he can't wait to get done with the kid slave battle. You know, he's basically is like under a lot of stress. You know, he says something is wrong with me mentally, you know, and I can't wait to just like be done with all of this. But I did see that, you know, I'm thinking he's just saying like he needs a rest. If you think about it, Rock has had a lot of battles this year. He's been in the media a lot, you know, and he's got like a league that he's trying to, you know, put together. And, you know, he's been doing a lot, like getting the battlers to battle, trying to get money to pay everybody, trying to get them visibility. He's even like offering the battle like winners of the tournament and like all this. So Rock is doing a lot. So much respect to him. But like when you taking on that much, you know what I mean? And then you battling back to back, you know, you probably going to get fatigued, or you get to a point where you need a break, you know? So, I mean, I can't get mad at him for that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rock. I won't be, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You cool over here. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. I do want to say this, right? So I seen that NORBES been going at media. I said a couple of things in different blogs, but I do just want to put it out there. I seen that D out of Henny Man, shout out to him. He went on Angry Fans show, and he was talking about at least his piece on the situation. Because NORBES is basically saying, like, yo, like, why aren't people like hitting me up, or like, why are people just like rushing to celebrate, like, if this and that and the third is happening. So NORBES is like upset. You know, I seen Nevada Fly. He ended up doing a TAY ROC versus Swervo recap, and then he took some time out to drop some fire on NORBES. You know what I'm saying? He did. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I want to say about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being nosy. I'm a blogger. I'm just seeing everything. NORBES, like when Vada was saying, bro, when he said like, yo, like I, you know, worked for y'all and I did a lot of work for you and y'all, and, you know, y'all didn't pay me, you know, and I had to like move on and do everything, you know what I mean? Like on my own in order to establish myself, because y'all didn't want to pay me for any of the work that I was doing. And it's like, now you suing the URL for not paying, for them not paying you for the work you was doing. It's like the irony of the situation. Like he's talking about that. And then I hear like D out of Henny Man, he's talking to Angry Fan about it. He said he pretty much got your channel blocked, so he don't really see much of what you say. But, you know, he did respond, and he was just like, yo, when I was trying to come up as a battle rapper, you know, and I was looking for different opportunities, like NORBES, you know, he blocked my opportunities because he felt like, you know, because I was cool with Nunu and he had a problem with Nunu at the time, like he used his power to stop me from like doing what I wanted to do in battle rap. So it's like, how can I even reach out or talk to somebody like that if they've already like had a certain stance on me? You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. I'm just being real. As far as Vada, you know, saying, you know, having to reach out and things, I reached out to NORBES, you know, and I talked to him. But like, if the paperwork is out there, you know what I mean? And they're seeing like the Supreme Court rulings and everything, they don't necessarily, I would say, have to reach out to you. And I know you probably mad, you know what I mean? And I get it. Like anybody talk about you gonna get mad. You know what I'm saying? I be getting mad when people talking about me, you know, but, you know, at the same time, it's like, they got the paperwork. It's like, what would they need to call you for? You know, the only thing they could call you, and you might tell them something different than what the paperwork. So like, who knows? You know, so it's like, you want the bloggers to cover the case, and then like, you know, you making blogs, you saying, oh, everybody's compromised, all these media compromised, they're not covering the case, you know, which really they're covering battle rap, but then like you want everybody to like get involved in like your case and kind of be like against the URL and take your side is what it seemed like. And I know you want people to kind of be non-biased and talk about it and stuff like that, but I mean that's kind of like just I think they just talked about the paperwork. It's what it looked like to me. So, and it's like with Surf, like he's literally going through a situation where his whole life can be gone in terms of what, being out free. Everybody in media and talked about it. You know what I mean? Like what happened with Surf, and it's like you went live and you broke down his case, and you talked about it. It's like, did you hit up Surf? Did you hit up Surf's mom? Did you hit up Surf's manager? Did you hit, what I'm saying? Or did you just go live and talk about it? So it's like we all like, and I'll be having double standards too, Norbes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, at the same time, like, I don't think you should really be spending time and energy like going at them, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, shout out to everything you're doing. But I wouldn't do that. I'll be focusing on the case. And like at the end of the day, like if you end up, it was certain points in the case that you couldn't prove. You couldn't prove the partnership, right? So you couldn't, the lawyer that you had couldn't prove that you took part in the losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say you could take part in the profits, but you didn't take part in the losses. Could you prove that you did take part in the losses? That way you can meet the element of a partnership, and your lawyer was unable to authenticate that or produce evidence to show that you are actually an owner. And you saying things like, yo, like, Smack, I've never even been to his house. Like, I've never been invited to Smack's house. I don't know if you've been invited, but you say you've never been to Smack's house, and you've been like, kind of, taking bullets and shots for the URL for years, and you've never even been to this dude's house. So it's like, where's the partnership with that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully he ends up figuring out a good resolution. My situation is like, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know what all the particulars are and what he can prove and what he can't. But it looks like for the partnership part, he can't prove it. I seen that somebody put out like a blog basically saying like, yo, URL allegedly removed like Wikipedia, like information that shows like Norbes is like part owner. From what I understand, Wikipedia, like almost anybody, can kind of remove like that information. I think Norbes could maybe use that, to show that there was like tampering with like information, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's kind of hard to prove unless you got maybe an IP address, you know what I mean? Maybe you can subpoena like those records or whatever. I don't know how you're going to do it, but even if so, it's like you were still not able to prove the partnership part and it already made it to the Supreme Court. But shout out to Norbes, like, I think he deserves something, I could think he deserved whatever, but it's like if you have and then he probably mad at me too, because I went live like talking about the lawyer, like I clowned the lawyer. I didn't think the lawyer did a good job. I think he was up there messing up. You know what I'm saying? Even URL's lawyer like was up there, like couldn't really prove. I think with the appellate court judge, like she was kind of humoring, Norbes' lawyer by even asking the URL's lawyer, whether or not they can prove that Norbes did not take part in the losses as well, to kind of substantiate the case. But, all in all, like he didn't really even have to say anything because all that's been, settled upon. And now they're in the appellate court, and now it's up to Norbes to kind of, like prove that they're in a partnership, and they were unable to do it. They were unsuccessful at doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. If it kind of looked like to me you was, I'm not saying you weren't, you know what I mean? Norbes, you know more than anybody, but it just, for what the evidence is showing, it shows that you kind of was working for them. You know what I'm saying? In some capacity, and the 40,000 that you gave them, it wasn't anything in paperwork saying like, I'm giving you 40,000 so that I can be a part of this team. You know what I'm saying? A part of a partner. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing ever in writing. And the problem is, like, when you're dealing with businesses, you're dealing with people, entities, friendship is one thing, but paperwork makes all the difference. And Ice Cube always says that, like, the pen is stronger than the sword. So, it's unfortunate that Norbes is in this situation. I feel like he's contributed a lot to battle rap, and, to be in that situation is crazy. You know what I mean? And, you got pretty much a league that you help, like, facilitate a lot of talent to be, in the limelight, and, you don't really get much credit for it, So I understand how you can be mad, you know what I mean? But, going at the media and the bloggers and really just like blogging on URL all day and kind of just like making your channel, in a sense, trying to steer battlers into making decisions that can end up getting them not booked on the URL, or kind of like You know what I mean? The Bronx ain't really foul. I be talking negative too, Norbes. Wait, don't be getting mad, Norbes. Don't be getting mad. I be talking negative too sometimes. But that whole channel, like when I look at the channel, I look at it as like, yo, it's cool to see Norbes, a person that's an insider, talk about, what may be going on. You know what I mean? And battle rap and things like that. But, the whole channel, like for the most part, is kind of, you know what I mean? You suing these people. You didn't make the channel to kind of help, you know what I mean, grow, you know what I mean, battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. But it's unfortunate. I rock with Norbes, like when nobody, you know what I mean, like rock with me. I ended up meeting with Norbes, did an interview with him and talked to him and stuff like that. But at the same time, like media, like media, they don't have to hit up everybody, especially when they got the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Norbes. We rock with you. Chill out. Chill. Like what? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It ain't really worth all that. You know what I'm saying? And people can tell, like, when you start blasting people, yeah, I mean, it's going to be in the headlines for a minute, but, people can tell at the end of the day where a lot of this may be coming from. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody involved. You know what I mean? Everybody but I didn't know that. I didn't know that, because, it's a lot of stories about, because you got to think about this if you URL, right? You got to think, like, yo, like I have an artist, New Jersey Twerk, and this dude just tried to mess with his baby's mama. You know what I'm saying? Like my artist, like you putting, I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get things into play, and I got somebody doing stuff like this. I'm not saying you did, Norbes, but that's what was going on. That's why New Jersey Twerk, he attacked you. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you a league and you got like the public looking at you like, yo, y'all just letting this go down, and then it's like all kind of like rumors of people talking about, like you abusing power, with different situations with different artists and stuff like that. So, like they may felt like they had no choice, or it could be like, they got this deal coming up and they don't want to split it. You know what I mean? Like, and they may try to, like get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like at the end of the day, I respect Norbes. I think everybody in the battle rap community, if you've been in long, you know what I'm saying, in the battle rap community long enough, you understand his contributions to the game. And some people, acting like he didn't have nothing to do with, the contributions, but a lot of us know. But at the end of the day, man, focus on you. You in a better space in terms of you moved out of New York, you in Atlanta, you got a house, you got kids, you chilling. Just focus on the case, do what you can to get what you can get. But at the end of the day, go on that media, man. I don't think it's ever really a wise thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not. But what do I know? I'm just a blogger. Rock with you. Don't get mad at me. But you can't be like Balor trying to battle and you mad that they cool with Nunu. And then like when they talk, you mad. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you, Norbes, but I'm out. As far as TAY ROC, you know what I mean? Everybody like, y'all can, man. Show him some respect. He going through something. Battle rap can be negative. I'm in and out of battle rap. I talk about it, and I get off the app. You know what I'm saying? I get off the app. I get off Twitter sometimes. I get off YouTube sometimes, and I chill. You know what I'm saying? But these people are constantly, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have, like Rock is somebody like that, and crazy fan base. Like, Kai Cenat just shared, like, his battle. That's a major streamer, dog. People like that, or he's constantly on World Star. He's constantly on different, like, people talking about him everywhere. You know what I mean? A lot of that, like, we see comments every once in a while that could be negative, and they see that stuff all the time, constantly. Or if they do any little thing, it's something. It's a blog. It's this, it's that. You know what I'm saying? You got hundreds of people, like, just being negative to try and get your attention. And, you know what I mean? It's a lot. So for one person to deal with all of that, we got to think. We got to be human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Rock. Shout out to everything you got going on. Shout out to the URL. Shout out to Norbes. You know what I mean? I feel like you can bounce back. Like, you know what I mean? Get a league. Start a league. Rock done started a league. Start a league. If this is your passion, if battle rap is your passion, start a league and get something popping off. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.